What a game. What's up, Bears fans, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my reaction and analysis for the Bears Week 3 matchup against the Houston Texans. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, or don't, it's your choice. Smash the like button if you did enjoy the video. With that being said, let's get right into it. The Chicago Bears beat the Houston Texans earlier today with a score of 23-20. The Bears bounced back very well against the Packers and actually went to this game, and the game was so exciting. The atmosphere was so amazing, and it was just a really, really fun time. Here are some stats from that game. So Justin Fields went 8 for 17, had 106 yards, 2 interceptions, and 0 touchdowns. He had a passer rating of 27.7, which is really terrible. Khalil Herbert had 20 carries for 157 yards. He averaged 7.9 yards a carry and had 2 touchdowns. Justin Fields also had 8 carries for 47 yards rushing the ball. And our leading receiver was our tight end Cole Kmet. He had 2 receptions for 40 yards. And our defense had 1 sack, 2 interceptions, and 0 fumbles. Now for my top 3 plays of the day. At the number 3 spot was Khalil Herbert's 50-yard run in the middle of the third quarter. This run really helped kickstart our offense from our disappointing end to the first half where Matt Eberflus did not call that timeout, which I think was a pretty stupid decision. But Khalil Herbert was able to help us get the offense going. We didn't really get it going at all, but we did get a run game going. We had a total of 281 total rushing yards with all our running backs combined. And Khalil Herbert had 157 rushing yards, which is spectacular. He also had 2 touchdowns. At the number 2 spot on my list is Eddie Jackson's pick in the end zone at the end of the first quarter. This pick was really crucial because the Texans were driving down the field after scoring their touchdown, and now they're at the 8-yard line, 7-yard line, and they were looking to get another touchdown. And Kindle Vildor had a beautiful defensive play. He jumped in front of the ball, tipped the ball up, and Eddie Jackson was able to grab the ball and get his feet in bounds. He was trying to return it out of the end zone, but they did rule it that he stepped out of bounds after he caught the ball. But nonetheless, that was still a really great play, and it really helped kickstart our defense in this game. Now for my number 1 play of the day. I think you already know what it's going to be. Roquan Smith's interception at the end of the game. And I'm telling you, this place was electric on third down. Before the play happened, everyone was standing up. It was crazy. It was so loud. And then once the pick happened, everyone was jumping up and down, screaming. It was so loud. It was so energetic. And this pick really helped us because, of course, it was tied. The Texans only had 1 timeout. It was third down. We were looking to get a stop. We didn't expect a turnover at all. Roquan Smith beautifully jumped this route, and he got the ball inside like the 10-yard line. And we were able to get this into field goal range. Obviously, we ran the ball, kneeled it a couple times, and then kicked it, and then set up Cairo Santos for a game-winning field goal. Now for who I think deserves the game ball for this game. I'm actually going to give it to 2 people today. Number 1, Roquan Smith. He had 16 total tackles, and he had 16 solo tackles and 2 tackles for loss. And of course, he had that huge interception at the end of the game that set up that game-winning Cairo Santos field goal. And my second game ball goes out to running back number 2, Khalil Herbert. He played unbelievably well. He had so many big runs. He had 157 total yards. He had 20 carries, and he averaged 7.9 yards a carry, and he had a total of 2 touchdowns. He had a long run of 52 yards. And this man played so good, especially after David Montgomery got injured earlier in the game. He stepped up really big. Now let's talk about some injuries that happened in the game. Byron Pringle, he injured his calf, and he did not return for the rest of the game. I remember before he got injured at the beginning of the game, he had 1 big catch at the beginning, and unfortunately he injured his calf, and he did not return. And the second big injury, David Montgomery, he hurt his ankle and his knee, both at the same time. He did not return for the rest of the game, but doctors say he is looking good. There is a decent chance he'll return for next week, and if he does, it'll really help us. But we do got Khalil Herbert, and even if Dave Montgomery's out, Khalil Herbert can still take all the runs for him. And we also got Treston Ebner, our running back number 3 from the draft. He played pretty good too. And if Dave Montgomery has to be out for a couple more weeks, that's not the worst thing in the world. But of course, we want him back as soon as possible. Now for some big issues. Issue number 1 is our offensive line. They let 5 sacks go through today. They didn't play like terribly, but they didn't play really good. 5 sacks, you definitely do not want that, especially when you're trying to win a football game. Even though we did win, that's not very good performance by the offensive line. They did help running the run game though with Khalil Herbert. They did open up some holes for him, but overall not very good performance from them. And the second one, I've said this 3 weeks in a row, Justin Fields. Like, he threw the ball 11 for 17. He had 106 yards, 2 interceptions. The second interception that he overthrew Cole Kmet, that was a terrible, terrible throw. And I'm just going to say it right now, Justin Fields is playing terrible this season. Like, I think that was his first 100-yard game this season passing, which is terrible. He did play decent running. He did, of course, have that big run at the beginning of the game. But, yeah, overall, not very good performance from either the offense line or Justin Fields. And we definitely have to fix those if we want to do at least decent this season. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, please feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know what you thought about this game. It was a very exciting game. And as always, I'll see you guys later. Bear down.